Alright, what is up? This is SLOplays, and guys, we have a pretty important video, okay? I want to get this out here for y'all in regards to the most recent Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 leak, okay? This was something that was brought up by another fellow Xenoverse content creator, as you guys know, Burkall, good friend of mine in the community, love this dude. I've actually been talking with him in DMs about this, and I wanted to make this video a little bit later on here just because I was waiting on an email from an official Bandai Namco support team, okay? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this leak that was going on because it could be groundbreaking or it could just be a mistake, which I'm gonna say, in my personal opinion, as much as I would love for this to be truly like legit, it's actually happening. At the end of the day, leaks are leaks and they don't really mean anything until we get an official confirmation. So take what is said with a grain of salt, as always, and we're not gonna confirm or get super hyped or excited for anything yet until we see an official reveal or an official statement saying that, you know, it's being announced or anything like that, right? Okay, so moving forward into this video, just keep that in mind. And you know, don't take this in a way that, you know, it's like it's a fake or anything. None of this is fake. I think it could have just been a misunderstanding, okay? But hey, it could also be real too. I cannot sit here and tell you exactly what any of this really truly means, okay? But let's just get into it because I'm sure you guys have seen it. Like I said, big shout out to Burkall, good friend in the community. Always coming through with some, you know, Xenoverse content and everything. You guys know him, you love him, right? So let's talk about that video that he posted because I literally shit myself when I first saw it. I got pretty excited. I cannot lie because it was like, honestly, I was in disbelief, but I was also hyped at the same time, okay? So just to give you some context, I'm not going to play the full video. I'll let you guys watch the video yourself. You know, help out your boy Burkall, right? But yeah, basically what happened was he emailed, okay, the Bandai Namco support team. Initially, it was the just English team in general, but they redirected him to the EU, Europe, or the UK support team just because that's where, you know, he lives. So the email itself is a little bit weird, and I'll kind of discuss what it states in there. Like I said, I'm not going to play the full video or anything. I'm just showing you guys on screen what it is. A lot of people have been bringing up the idea that, like, oh, this was fake or something like that. Okay, and like I said at the beginning of the video, none of this is fake, okay? Like, it's not like somebody, just some random ass person just emailed Burkall and said, guys, Xenoverse 3 is coming. Upcoming Xenoverse 3, because that's what it says right here. Upcoming Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 from a Bandai Namco employee. It wasn't just randomly out of the blue for no reason at all. No, he actually emailed the support team, okay? This is something that y'all can do. I'm sure some of y'all have done it. I've done it several times in the past, okay? And for me personally, since, you know, I'm in America, and when I email this team, I get completely different people, completely different team members, and the way they word things and stuff is obviously probably going to be different. You know, it's a different person, right? And I'll go over the email that I got so we can kind of compare it and everything and kind of understand what's going on, right? So in the email itself, if you watch the video, when they say Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, okay, they use the Roman numeral, okay, II, okay? I thought that was so funny and so weird because even Burkall himself, he states in the video that we've never seen somebody or any iteration of the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 title being used with Roman numerals. So that was a little bit weird, okay? And again, this is not a fake email, okay? This is a legitimate email from a legitimate, you know, actual team member at Bandai, Namco, UK, EU, whatever, okay? Burkall did not fake this. He didn't fabricate it or anything. It's 100% real. Like I said, I've been talking with him in DMs for several years now, and most recently, and he even sent me, and he said, use this in your video, in my video, or anyone else's video if they're going to use this, that it actually is from service at Bandai Namco ENT, okay, .eu. Okay, that's just their support. It's just their support team. Okay, again, You can message the support team yourself. I guess depending on where you live, it's going to probably redirect you to that specific area, obviously, because you have to put where you reside and everything so that they know the specific version of the game that you're using, in what region, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, okay? So it is legit because you can see at the top here, it shows, you know, the redirects and links to their store, the live, friends, and Epic, okay? That's all the stuff that's on their, I think it's the European website or whatever, but you can see it right here. I don't know if you see it. It says, "Hello, Burkle. Thank you for your message. I am getting back to you regarding your feedback of Xenoverse 2 with the Roman numeral." That's so weird. It kind of goes hard. I'm not going to lie. Okay, if Xenoverse 3 had the Roman numeral 3 like that, like the logo did, that would look kind of badass. I'm not going to lie, okay? But I'm not even gonna get into it. Okay, I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, it looks stupid" or whatever. Okay, but because you know it's a little bit different. All right, I digress. I'm getting off topic. So basically, in the video, he or just like Burkle, his initial email was just bringing up the topic of new awoken skills like Super Saiyan 4, Legendary Super Saiyan. He's been making videos about it and getting feedback from people. And like I said, massive shout outs to him because he regularly gives feedback to the team and everything in terms of their support team. Again, you can do this as well, but nothing will mean anything truly until we actually start seeing results, right? So if we can message them as much as possible, and if we don't see results, then I mean, it is what it is. But as always, do their surveys. When they do their surveys, which they don't do them too often, but if they ever give you the opportunity to do a survey in Xenoverse 2, please do it and give them actual good recommendations and, you know, advice and, you know, feedback on what could make this game better, okay? So, in Burkle's email himself, that he, you know, sent himself, he actually brought up, like, the awoken skills being in Xenoverse 2, or like he specifically explicitly stated also Xenoverse, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, okay? Like he typed that out fully, okay? Sometimes, and this is just from my experience, when I email these support teams or whatever, they'll like, you know, try to explicitly also state things that you stated in there, okay? So like in this email, they also brought up Super Saiyan 4, Ultra Instinct, like they specifically stated that kind of stuff in this, right? So it states right here, considering the popularity of these forms among your viewers, it would be great to explore the possibility of incorporating them into future updates or the upcoming Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. The feedback you've gathered can serve as valuable insights for the development team, helping them prioritize and consider these new awoken skills, okay? Yeah, in general, I just think a majority of us, when we first saw this, we got hyped, kind of, you know, real excited at first, and then we were a little bit, you know, skeptical. We were kind of confused. Like, bro was flabbergasted. I was flabbergasted. I was, like, very stunned by this statement. Like, did this man just straight up leak Xenoverse 3? Is this dude about to lose his job over this? Like, maybe. Good thing Burkle didn't show his name, right? But no, in all seriousness, this could also just have been a misunderstanding, okay? I personally believe, okay, I'm just saying, this is logical slow talking, okay? Logical slow would say that this was just a misunderstanding. It was a little mistake. The guy didn't really mean to say it like this. The way it was worded, probably what he was thinking, his mindset behind this when he typed this out or whatever, which I saw some people saying like this is a bot or whatever. Honestly, I really don't know. The way I'll show you my emails and everything, and the way that they word things and all that, because they, you know, explicitly state these things, it feels pretty legit. It feels pretty legit. Like, it's like, and in terms of it being like a real person, like the email itself is real. Okay, again, I'm gonna keep bringing it up because people were like, it's fake. No, it's not fake. This is a real email. But what I think happened, okay, is that the dude, and I know this is gonna sound a little bit weird and a little bit crazy, okay, but I think the dude thought Xenoverse 3 was Tenkaichi 4 and vice versa. You know what I mean? And I know that that's going to be like, people are like, how do you mistaken those two? Like, how do you mess that up? Okay? Because he says upcoming. What is the next upcoming Dragon Ball game that is confirmed to be releasing? Tenkaichi 4. Okay? And Tenkaichi 4 is not even called Tenkaichi 4. There's no title for it. It just stated at the end of the trailer, and obviously we know because, you know, the trailer itself, the full trailer, if you watch it, it builds up. It shows all the Dragon Ball Z, you know, Tenkaichi games and all that stuff, and it builds up. We know this is the next Tenkaichi game, okay? But the fact that it is going to be licensed by Bandai Namco, okay, which all the Dragon Ball games usually are, and the fact that it is a new upcoming Dragon Ball game, I think the dude kind of just made that mistake. And he was probably thinking, oh, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4, this new Tenkaichi game that's coming out, Xenoverse 3, like, you know, and it's kind of, and I know it's not, it sounds a little bit crazy, but it's not that outlandish just because, this has kind of happened before in the past with me, and I'm sure you guys might have experienced this in the past. I'll just give you a quick example. Long time ago, when I went to a local GameStop, I was looking for The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess on GameCube, okay? That game was sold out on both Wii and GameCube for a while, okay? It was very hard to find it. So I was looking around trying to find this game, and I went up to the counter, the gentleman that was working there, whichever employee was there. Okay, at the time, I told him, hey, I'm looking for Twilight Princess on GameCube. You know, specifically stated that. The dude goes, okay, went on his computer, then he went in the back, and he came back and he brought 2 Zelda games on GameCube. None of which were Twilight Princess. One of them was like, I think the Zelda Ocarina of Time Master Quest port that they had, and the other one was Zelda Wind Waker, okay? So neither of those were Twilight Princess, obviously. And I was like, bro, I said Twilight Princess on GameCube, you know, the one that literally just came out like a month ago or like a couple weeks ago or whatever that was. And the dude went on his computer and he searched it up again. He goes, oh, okay. He goes, that specific version of the game we don't have in stock. And I was like, all right, this is a waste of my time, okay? And that's a GameStop employee, okay? Same thing as a Bandai Namco employee. You would think that they would know the difference between these games and these series and franchises and all this stuff. But because it just has Dragon Ball in the title, okay, and like I said, with the example that I used, it was Zelda in the title, they didn't know the difference, okay? And it's probably because maybe they just don't really know a lot about these game series and franchises, and they just don't know that much about it, okay? I know people be like, well, how are they working there or whatever? You can still work at these companies. Like, for example, my aunt, okay? She doesn't know jack shit about video games. She worked at GameStop for a few years, okay? And, you know, you got to make money, right? So, you know, you take any job that you can. That was probably just a job that was opened, and it made decent amount of money for whatever they were looking for at the time, you know? That's how it is these days. Okay, that's how it is. You need a job, you take what you can get. Okay, so this could just be that common thing, and it's a support team. So, I mean, like, they're not developers, you know, or anything like that. They're just support, okay? I feel like if you're going to be a social media manager, though, you would have to have a lot better knowledge on these and not make these types of mistakes and all that stuff, just because social media is really, really important. You got to be able to connect with the community that you are selling to, right? But when the support team comes around, I think they're more of like, oh, I had an issue, you know, with the game not starting up or something like that. Like, I don't know if you want to consider it like IT or tech support. Not really, but I'm just saying, you know, it's also another example of this. Okay, a very common mistake like this happens whenever you're a kid or you just, you know, it's your birthday or Christmas and you ask your parents for example, a PS5. And Christmas comes around, your birthday comes around, and they give you this big box, and you're excited. You're like, oh, is this what I think it is? And then you open it up, and you're like, God damn it, how do you mess this up? It was an Xbox, bro. They got you a damn Xbox. I don't know how many times I've seen videos about that online, which it's so funny, but it's also devastating because I've been there before. You know, your parents, they think, okay, PS5, video game console, they're all the same. Xbox, okay? We can, you know, whatever that they could find to get their hands on. Yeah, I think that this could have just been one of those mistakes, okay? Like I said, upcoming new Dragon Ball game. Got the Dragon Ball in the title. No official title yet. call it Xenoverse 3. You know, in the back of your mind, subconsciously, the dude probably thought, oh, okay, Xenoverse 3. He's talking about Xenoverse 3, the next game in the series. There's a new game that's coming out. We don't have a title for it yet. Maybe he's talking about that. I don't know. Let's just slap it on there. Upcoming Xenoverse 3, okay? That's what I think this is. That's what I think would happen, okay? But you can absolutely disagree. And like I said, this could actually be a full leak. This could be a leak. Maybe the dude saw Xenoverse 3 on a press conference piece of paper. You know those leaks that they have with the blurred camera and stuff, and it shows like a Nintendo Direct, and there's like a leak of like, oh, new Mario, Zelda, all like everything that you could have ever dreamed of, and they sent it to you, right? So let's go over the email that I sent in, okay? Keep in mind, this is a completely different team. These are completely different people, and you know, maybe they don't know what's going down, right? Okay. So I emailed pretty much the same type of email, except this time, okay? Because I did this specifically as like a test. I basically did, like I said, the same type of email that Burkle stated and sent in, which, you know, gave feedback of specific awoken skills and stuff. But I used Xenoverse 2, and I said potential sequel. I didn't say Xenoverse 3. Like, I didn't straight up explicitly state that or type it out, right? So they came back, hi, I'm GM Kiara, okay? Represent the Bandai Namco Entertainment America player experience team, and I am here to provide assistance with your concern. First and foremost, I want to express my gratitude for your unwavering support for Bandai Namco's Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I am delighted to witness your enthusiasm for the game, particularly on the platforms such as YouTube and Twitter, where numerous players eagerly await game enhancements and updates, okay? Because I did state, like, hey, I was a content creator. You know, I'm trying to gather a lot of feedback here for you guys, right? So I have acknowledged, okay, this is what they said. The results of the community poll, it was a Twitter poll that I posted, which showed that Super Saiyan 4 received the most votes among the potential awoken skills for custom characters in future updates or sequels of the series. Okay? I want you to keep that in mind, okay? I genuinely appreciate the time and effort you and other players have put into expressing your preferences. While I cannot make any promises, obviously, they're not developers, okay, regarding the exact implementation, please be assured that we are actively exploring ways to meet your needs. Blah, blah, blah. Personally, forwarded your feedback to our developers, although as a member of the support team, I am unable to guarantee its implementation. However, I recognize that this suggestion would have a significant impact. I know people are gonna, you know, bring up the sequels of the series, okay? That's what I stated, okay? So they're just referencing what I stated, okay? Again, I don't think it means anything at all. Like, I think they're just assuming, okay? Assuming. Because they even say right here, like, they cannot promise anything and they cannot guarantee any implementation, okay? They're just forwarding the feedback to the developers. When communication goes through forwards, emails, and all that, you have no idea if it's going to get received or not. Or even if it gets received and they actually read it, will they even give a shit? Will they even, you know, I'm talking about the devs, okay? Will they even care about putting it in? Obviously, they're under strict guidelines. It's got to be approved by whatever higher up is there and say, oh, okay, you want to have, you know, dual characters and beam classes and stuff? Well, you know what? I don't think we should have that. I want to keep the game in this way, blah, 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 blah. You know, whoever this higher up could be some old fucker, okay, that doesn't give a shit about what we have to say. Could be. That's the situation with it, okay? They're just referencing the things that we personally state. So you can bring up Xenoverse 3, you can bring up future updates and all this stuff and, you know, blah, blah, blah. We know that Xenoverse 2 is going to still get updates, okay? And I still feel like in the bottom of my soul, okay, in my heart, that Xenoverse 3 will eventually happen. Just like the Dragon Ball anime. I think I can say that there is a good chance that all of this will eventually happen. It's just when? I don't know, man. I really don't know, okay? So I did email them back, and I mean, you probably saw it. It's above my head and all that stuff. I said, thank you. I truly appreciate that. I'm curious to know if there's any possibility. This is just me trying to start some shit, okay? And I don't know. I was just like, I got nothing to lose. Like, let's just see what they say. I just want to see what they're gonna say, okay? Because I've never sent an email that just like straight, like I've usually tried to give feedback or if I've had an issue personally, but I've never really just straight up said Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. So I was like, what are you gonna say? Okay, so I'm curious to know if there is any possibility that a third installment to the series could happen. I understand Xenoverse 2 hasn't confirmed or teased any additional updates yet. I say that, but obviously we know that there's going to be more updates. They did actually pretty much confirm, okay? But I was just making it sound like, oh, Xenoverse 2, like what I think personally, like,
oh, Xenoverse 2 is probably done, so, hey, is there potential of a Xenoverse 3?
Or something that our community has, it's been something that our community has been very interested in, okay? I appreciate your time and feedback, right? When you email Bandai Namco support, they'll redirect you to like a different team member just depending on who's available, okay? So GM, Kiara, whoever this is, probably, you know, wasn't available at that time, so I got a different person, and they said, hello, Slow. Thank you for contacting Bandai Namco player experience team, support team, whatever. I'll be gladly here to assist you. I appreciate you taking the time to reach out to us again. While we appreciate your excitement, okay, unfortunately, we do not have definite information with regard to Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, okay? Obviously, being I can't even speak, a team member, okay, and them being as professional as possible, they could not divulge. I just hit my glass. Did you see that? Divulge. They cannot divulge this confidential information, right? Obviously, okay? And I know y'all sitting here like, oh, what about this guy? Again, it could have been just a mistake. The guy didn't really mean this, okay? Or whoever, you know, Burkhall talked to. However, we want you to know that we highly value the feedback and suggestions from our dedicated community. Your interest in a new game has been duly noted. Damn, bro. Damn. Really? Are you for real right now? Are you for reals right now? I'm messing around. And hopefully will be considered by our relevant team. We encourage you to stay connected with our official channels, website, social media, you know, all the general stuff that they said. These channels will be the first to provide information right here. This is what you need to hear. This is what you need to know right here. These channels, the social media, the websites, their YouTube channels, okay? These channels will be the first to provide any information if any developments or updates take place. Okay, once again, we appreciate your time and passion and support. Your feedback plays an essential role in shaping the future of our games. We thank you for being an integral part of our community. That's all you need to hear. That last sentence, that should be a whole book right there, okay? That should be a whole book by GM Ava. I'm probably mispronouncing their name. I do apologize. GM Ava, if you're watching this, thank you so much for putting this out here for the good folks on the SLOplays YouTube channel in the Dragon Ball Xenoverse community. Okay, that's all you need to know right there. These channels will be the first to provide information. So going forward, as always, I've been saying this since the leak in July of last year that, you know, multiple sources posted. Nothing is confirmed until it comes from them, until it comes straight from the true source, okay? We can have all reputable leak sources and stuff post these updates and things, you know, but that doesn't mean anything until I hear it straight from the mouths of the devs, the licensors, the official people, okay? So that's it. That's all. That's you know, the topic of this video. I just wanted to get my thoughts and opinions about it out there. This could very well have been an actual leak. A true mistake on the part of this guy, and he could lose his job over it. Whoever, you know, Burkhall emailed, it could be. I cannot sit there and tell you if it was legit, like if it was a legit email, but if this was truly what was, like, the game that was being referenced here was actually the Xenoverse 3 that we're talking about, and not just, oh, I mistaken this game for Tenkaichi 4, right? So take what I say with a grain of salt, you know. You can interpret this as best as you can. I apologize for this video being very long. I just wanted to really clear the air about this Xenoverse 3 leak. At the end of the day, don't get too excited over it because this could just have been a mistake. Okay, so thank you for watching. I appreciate your time and support. I'll absolutely keep you guys updated on anything in regards to future information of this game, but that's what it is. It is what it is. Again, big shout outs to Burke Hall. So thank you. I'll see you guys next time.
This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet.